You are now rocking with the best. It is Roe Parrish presenting to you Charles Barkley's
Guaranteed.
And it is
time out.
It is all presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Now take your time out.
So time out.
Okay, what you got?
Okay, so I want to thank you publicly.
Wait, what? Thanking me?
For coming to my house, setting up my record player.
Turntable, yes.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And shout out to Chuck D for sending me the album.
Yes.
I haven't played vinyl since I was a little kid. So I went out and bought me a brand new record player.
And it was trash, and I replaced it with the better one.
Yes, you did. And then we were listening to Chuck D the other day in Public Enemy, my favorite group of all time. But you tried to trick the Chuckster.
Why did what you mean?
Because number one, it was cool of you to set my stuff up.
Yes.
And you bought me some more albums.
Yes, I did.
But you wearing the shirt.
I'm wearing it by design.
Y'all know I am arguably the greatest living karaoke singer still alive. And he puts on Frank Sinatra, I Did It My Way. And you know what this dude says to me?
What did I say?
I started singing, and he says, wait, you don't need the lyrics? Yo, man, I'm a professional. Don't try to run I Did It My Way by me ever again. They call me Old Brown Eyes. I told you that. Okay?
Shouts out to the legend Old Blue Eyes, the one and only Frank Sinatra.
And shout out to Chuck D. Thank you. Love it. Now we can guarantee.
Oh, man, I can't wait for this. The playoffs are officially here. They're already underway. So I saw recently that you predicted that there will be 4 sweeps in the first round. So let's just put this out there so everybody knows. So you have the Sixers. And that's the sweep over the Raptors.
The injury to Scotty Barnes and also Gary Trent Jr., I think, going to be too much for the Raptors to overcome. So I got the Sixers winning in the sweep.
Heat Hawks?
I think that could be a sweep because the injury to Capella is going to be huge.
Okay.
It's going to be huge.
By the way, you got to rock Shaq's chain if you get those wrong. But that's another.
Hey, and just for the record.
Here we go.
Go ahead. Let's talk about some other series.
Let's talk about these other series. So the first one I want to talk about, Grizzlies and Wolves. And when I came over the other day, we had the pleasure of watching a little bit of that game. You were very impressed with Anthony Edwards.
Did you see the show last week? You got cable?
I do.
I picked the Minnesota Timberwolves to win that series.
Just want to make sure, because sometimes you change your mind.
No, I don't change my mind, brother.
So the Minnesota Timberwolves are winning that series, and that's what?
Guaranteed.
So, Warriors, Nuggets.
Warriors.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay, all right, and that's what?
Guaranteed.
And the one series, now technically you've already answered this one, but we got to put it out there. Celtics, Nets.
I like the Celtics.
Okay.
I think you saw a perfect example why I don't think the Nets can win. Kyrie Irving was fantastic. Kevin Durant was a little subpar. And I said, when I watched them play the Cavaliers last week, they both played great. And they barely beat the Cavs.
At home.
At home. So that tells me Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving both have to play great. Not even good. Great for them to win. I don't think they can do that 4 times in a week.
Now, previously you did say on the record that the Nets would advance to the second round.
No. I've never said they were going to beat the Celtics. I don't care what you go back and look at.
Roll the tape. Will the Brooklyn Nets advance to the second round?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
And that's what?
Guaranteed.
So the Celtics are going to beat the Brooklyn Nets, and that's what?
Guaranteed.
Now, the Kia Performance Awards finalists have been announced.
Okay.
We're already on record. We know that you have Joel Embiid as your MVP.
Yes.
And we know that you kind of, for the Rookie of the Year, you kind of said Scotty Barnes, but you also kind of said Evan Mobley.
Well, I think Mobley's probably going to win it, but my Rookie of the Year is Scotty Barnes.
So let's run through a couple of these other awards and just tell me who you think is going to win.
Okay.
There's your sheet of paper, because I know sometimes you need a visual aid.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
So let's start with 6-man. Tyler Hero, Cam Johnson.
Oh, that's not even close.
Okay.
Tyler Hero is a lock.
Yes.
And that's guaranteed.
Most improved player.
I'm probably going to go with John Morant is probably going to win it, but I don't know if that's fair. He was the second pick in the draft. I'd probably go with Darius Garland personally.
Okay, give me a row veto on that. Ja Morant, although he was the second overall pick, he went from averaging under 20 points per game to one of the top scorers in the league for a team that is the second seed in the Western Conference.
And they were 20-2 when he did not play. throw that in there too.
I'm just saying.
Throw some dressing on that salad.
Now I need to know who is going to be the coach of the year in the NBA.
Coach Jenkins and Spoelstra had terrific years, and they're in the conversation. But the coach of the year should be Monty Williams. Guaranteed!
And again, these award winners will be announced exclusively on TNT during the playoff coverage. Award-winning playoff coverage. There it is, I got it right. Well, his mouth is where it originated, and baby, it can never be duplicated. Chuck, what do we call it?
Guaranteed!
And it is all presented by FanDuel Sportsbook.